I believe confidence is a skill, which means anyone and everyone can achieve it. It is something that is teachable and something that you can actually execute or act on until you become a confident person, okay? This can become your identity at some point. So I'm going to be sharing the 5 things that I did or that I'm currently working on, because after all, we're a work in progress, to actually become a confident person. I think a lot of people have been talking about how I am a very confident person. I show up very confidently, and they talk about how I am a very bold person. So yeah, I feel inspired to actually finally talk about it. I think I've had those comments a number of times, and then for me to have actually gotten that comment from a colleague is what kind of pushed me now to finally post this video. She's probably gonna watch it. Hi. But what I'm saying is, when it comes to being a confident person, I know the certain steps that I took, and I'm hoping that you're going to stick around because this video is created for you. If you're currently you're on the journey of trying to be confident and trying to be this person that exudes confidence. Because being confident is not just being sure of yourself at all times. Because there are times where I am not confident. I don't feel the most confident. I'm feeling insecure about whatever it is that I'm feeling insecure about. Okay, we're not going to go in depth about that. But I still exude confidence. When someone sees me, they assume that I am perfectly okay, that everything is going well, that, life is great. Not that life is not great. Okay, I am God's favorite. Life is amazing. Don't take me seriously. But what I'm saying is, confidence is something that you can learn, and I'm hoping that I can actually teach you in this video. Okay, now let's jump straight into it. The first thing that you need to actually start doing, let's make this as simple as possible, is to fake it till you make it. That's how I actually got started. When I thought of actually being a confident, I was not confident. I think I doubted myself a lot, and I just did not know how to place myself, like how to act, how to show up, and so on. And something I've come to learn as I've been, starting my own business and being a content creator and so on, is the fact that each person has a brand. There's a certain way that people see you. And if you do not curate the way that people see you, anyone will just see you in any way, okay? So I started curating the way that people saw me. I started sharing information about myself that would make people think of me in a certain way. Obviously, I am very authentic. The way I am right now on camera, trust is the way that I am in person. I might just be a little shy because, it's my first time seeing you. You can't expect me to just jump in and be like, yeah, I'm not that type of person, okay? Like, ease me into it, okay? But what I'm saying is, I show up authentically through my content, the way that I speak, the way that I act, the terrible jokes that I'll try to put into my video here and there. That's how I am. That's who I am. I acted like the most confident person out there. What does that mean? That means that even when I felt like, oh my word, I feel out of place, I feel I will straighten my back, I will lift my head high, and I will act like I am the best person out there, okay? I know what I'm doing. I know why I'm here. I know that I deserve to be in this room just like everyone else, okay? And I'm going to act like it. And something else that I actually saw is the use of my voice. I'm a talkative person, if we have not realized that already. I'm a talkative person. So when it comes to talking, there's a way that you can actually use your voice to almost demand attention from people. Yeah, that's a thing, actually. You can use your voice to demand attention, to have people listen to you, and to take you seriously. You need to be able to make people listen to you, to make people respect you, and to show them that you're not playing around. Obviously, it's okay for you to play around, to be goofy or whatever, but then there also has to be a time where you make sure that people are taking you seriously when you're saying something. Whether you're upholding a boundary or you are telling them something that's very important, you need to be able to show people through your voice as well that they should be taking you seriously. So that's a thing, okay? You will figure it out, don't worry. But like I said, the first step is actually literally faking it till you make it. Yeah, act like the best version of yourself if you have to. Show up as that person if you have to. Because at the moment, we both know you're not that person yet. And that's okay. That's fine. I'm not fighting you, okay? But because you know you're not that person, you have to act like that person for as long as possible until that person becomes you. Until you finally start becoming the best version of yourself. Number 2 is self-awareness. Be honest with yourself. No, like, just let's be honest right now. You know your strengths, you know your weaknesses, you know the things that you value, you know your non-negotiables, your negotiables. Okay, there are certain decisions that I stand by. Okay, and I'm not changing my mind. That is it. When I've said that I'm not willing to do something, we're not willing to do it. Okay, some things literally include like drinking, smoking. I'm so sorry. No, I don't have an interest. Before anyone asks, I just don't have an interest in it. It's not happening. Let's not do that. Okay, so it's things like that. Like, no matter what you say, no matter how people try to convince me, that's a thing I'm sticking to. I know myself well enough to know what I want and what I do not want. I know the type of life that I want, even though I don't know the complete course of it. I know enough. Okay, that's the important thing here, because not all of us have our dream life. No, we just know enough to go by. So I know what works for me. Learn yourself. Literally, like, sit down, figure out what it is that you care about, figure out the type of person that you are, what makes you uncomfortable, what you like the type of environment that you like being in. Obviously, you're going to constantly be learning about yourself. I think it was only until I got a job that I realized that I don't do well if I do not spend time with people. I literally start spiraling. I didn't think that was a thing. And so, like, the fact that at some point I actually wanted to work remotely, I was like, you know what, I can work remotely and then I'll be working from home. Turns out I might just maybe have a depressive episode if I do that. So no, we're not working remotely anytime soon, unless we're like traveling to another country or whatever. But if not for that, working remotely won't work for me. But then also I don't like always being in people's, so it's a weird thing. I thought I'd be okay if I wasn't always around people, but clearly I'm not okay. So maybe let's do a 50-50. Okay, but all I'm saying is these things, you will need to figure out certain things about yourself as you are growing, as you are putting yourself in different situations, as you are trying to learn yourself. Okay, you need to put yourself in uncomfortable positions so that you can learn more about yourself. You will not learn if you're constantly staying in your little bubble. You won't learn much about yourself. Therefore, you will not be able to be confident once you are out of that bubble, which happens a lot. Okay, you can't always stay in your little bubble. We love that, but like, you can't always do that. And don't lie, you know the things that you can do and the things you can't do. Be honest with yourself. Something else I've come to realize is that by being honest, you almost give yourself this assurance. You know what you're good at, you know what you're not good at. When I started working, literally the first day, I didn't know anything. Okay, I didn't even know where I'm supposed to be, where I'm going. I didn't know anything. And instead of trying to be like, I'll figure it out, I know what I'm doing, I was honest. Like, if I meet someone and I'm trying to figure out my way, I'm just like, look, I'm lost, I don't know what I'm doing, please help. Like, please, this is a cry for help. Please help me. How do I go there? How do I find this? This is you being honest with yourself. You find confidence when you are honest with yourself and you understand the situation that you're in and you're willing to ask for help. This is coming from someone who cannot ask for help. I don't know if it's the firstborn daughter in me that just does. Asking for help is one of the hardest things for me. But I have learned that if I want to show up as the best version of myself, I need to also be willing to ask people for help, because I will not always have the answer. And that's fine. That is okay. You will not always have the answer. And so be okay with asking for help when you actually need it, instead of forcing yourself to do things that you can't even do. Okay, I'm scolding you because I know you. Number 3, allow yourself to have small wins, if I could say. So basically, you're going to set small goals, small things, okay, that would make you so happy if you're able to achieve them. This could be literally you going on a solo date. I know it's a bit uncomfortable, okay, but you going on a solo date, and once you've completed it, you're ticking it off. Okay, you have achieved this thing that you've been wanting to do. Maybe it's striking up a conversation with a stranger. Stranger danger, but you know, at this point, everyone was a stranger at some point, okay? But like, you know, just don't talk to creeps. But all I'm saying is, maybe you want to talk to strangers, you want to make friends. That's you trying to, you know, you want to put yourself out there. The reason why we want to set these small goals that we can actually achieve is so that you can prove to yourself that you are able to decide to do something and actually do it successfully. You are trying to create almost a how do I say this? Like a certificate of winnings, like little awards for yourself. Oh, I managed to do this. Oh, I managed to do this. It's almost proving to yourself that if I decide to do something, not almost, it's you proving to yourself that if I decide to do something, I can actually pull through. I can actually do it. It's not impossible, even if it feels like it is. It's not impossible. We can do it. We can achieve it. That's what you're trying to teach yourself. You're trying to show yourself that anything is possible. 4 is to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. You will not be able to stay in your little bubble, like I've told you before. You need to find ways to get yourself out there. There's certain things that I am still freaking out about, which is like things like networking. Like, I love being around people. I'm an extrovert. But the idea of having to put myself in there scares me and makes me nervous and anxious. But then once I'm there, I'm cool. Okay, that's the type of person I am. So the idea of networking events scares the living hell out of me. Okay, sorry for my language, but like scares me so much. But I know that once I'm there, I'm gonna be okay. So what am I doing about it? I want to start going to networking events. Okay, it's been a long time actually since I went to one. The last time I went to was where I was one of the speakers there. So it's been a long time. Okay, that was like last year. But all I'm saying is, find ways to put yourself in these uncomfortable positions so that you learn to be comfortable in that place, okay? To be comfortable speaking in a room full of people, to be comfortable with showing up on camera, to be comfortable doing whatever it is that, yes, it makes you uncomfortable, but it's you proving to yourself that you can actually do it, that you've decided to do something and you're pulling through, okay? You can actually do it. You're proving to yourself that once you've set your mind to something, you can do it. By proving this, you are learning to be confident in yourself. Confidence does not just start from the way you dress, the way that you show up and whatever. It starts out from you actually learning yourself, trusting yourself, and moving with that, okay? That's how you can actually be a confident person. Last step is actually trusting yourself. Now, let me be very honest with you. This step is one of the steps that I still have not fully managed to actually do. I can't trust myself because sometimes I slip up. Sometimes I say I'm going to do something, I don't actually end up doing it. So obviously, because I'm not perfect, I leave me ho. So when it comes to then trusting yourself, what you need to understand is you need to prove to yourself with your actions that you can trust yourself. If you said you're doing something, do it. Do it. Okay, do not break promises that you make to yourself. Do not do things that you say you're not going to do, or say that you're going to stop something and then you keep going with it. Okay, it keeps proving to yourself that you cannot trust yourself. If you said you're going to do something, stick to it. I say this as someone who usually does not stick to it. Okay, there's still a level of not trusting myself because I keep breaking the promises that I make to myself. So you need to actually stop doing this if you want to be able to actually trust yourself. Now, something I can promise you is that if you do these 5 things, you will actually become a confident person. But the bonus tip that I have for you, start identifying as a confident person. See yourself as a confident person, because that changes every single thing. You start acting like a confident person. You start dressing like someone who is confident in whatever it is that they're doing. I don't care if you messed up, okay? You made that decision, stick to it. Now, this does not mean if you see that something is not serving you, you have to stick to it. No, I mean that even if the decision that you made was bad, understand why you made that decision and still be willing to basically almost advocate for yourself. You made that decision. Was it a wrong decision? Probably it was, okay? But understand why you made that decision so that you can stand up for yourself, so that you can actually explain yourself to yourself. This is probably not even to other people, but to yourself. You can explain why you're acting the way that you're acting, because another thing, the tip that I shared with you, you're self-aware enough to know why you're doing whatever it is that you're doing. Even if it is not a good thing, you know why you're doing it. So no, you're not making excuses for yourself, but you're understanding why you're doing something so that you can actually then fix that thing. Learn to be a confident person by identifying as a confident person. That is the number 1 tip that I can give you, because I believe I'm a confident person, even if I do not feel confident, and which is a lot of the times. Let me not even lie to you, okay? A lot of times I don't feel confident, kind of freaking out, feeling a little insecure about something. But am I going to show up as a confident person? Definitely. And this is when I even exaggerated even more. Now I have my head lifted up. I'm walking with my back, spine straight, all that stuff, posture, everything. That's when I do that, because I can feel that it feels like we're slipping a little bit. So you need to remind yourself, once in a while that, hey, you're that nigga. According to my friend says that a lot. I'm so sorry. But like, you're that nigga, okay? Act like it. Now, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I did post a video on how to glow up in 2025. Okay, yes, because we're going there, whether you like it or not. 2025 is here to stay. Okay, 2024, unfortunately, we're saying goodbye, but it was a good year. It was a good year. I hope it was a good year for you as well, because like, I told you, God's favorite and everything. It was a good year for me. Okay, but what I'm saying is, go and watch that video on how to glow up in 2025, so that you can know what little things you can do for your appearance as well. Because after all, if you look good, you feel good and you feel confident. Yes, that's what we're going for. Okay, so go and check out that video. I will see you on there. Bye.